Why did the screwdriver go to school? Because it wanted to be a little sharper. With a chuckle and a smile, let's venture into the intriguing world of tools. Tools are our trusty sidekicks, aiding us in our everyday tasks, big or small. They've been around since the dawn of humanity, evolving from simple stone implements to the high-tech gadgets we have today. Picture this. You're building a birdhouse, or maybe you're fixing a wobbly chair. You reach out, and there it is. Your reliable tool, ready to assist. Whether it's a cordless drill, a tape measure, or a humble hammer, each tool has its unique role to play. Today we're going to explore the top 10 most common domestic tools and their uses. We'll delve into their fascinating histories, uncover fun facts, and even test your knowledge with a quick quiz at the end. Ready to dive in and learn a thing or two about tools? Let's go. At number 10 we've got the clamps. No, not a crab's claw, but just as handy. Now, you may be wondering, what on earth is a clamp? Well, let me tell you, it's about as close as you can get to having an extra pair of hands. You see, clamps are used for holding objects tightly together to prevent them from moving or separating. Imagine you're building a birdhouse and you've got to hold two pieces of wood together while the glue dries. That's where a clamp comes in handy. They apply inward pressure to keep everything in place, just like a very patient, very strong friend who never gets tired. From woodworking to crafting, clamps are a must-have in any toolkit. They come in different shapes and sizes for different jobs, but they all have one thing in common: they're here to lend a hand. So that's our number 10 tool, the clamp. Make sure you remember that one. Next up, we've got the flashlight. It's not just for telling scary stories in the dark. You see, the flashlight is a shining star among tools. It's your beacon in the night, your guiding light when things go bump in the dark. Imagine, if you will, a power outage. The room is dark, the hallways are spooky, and you need to find your way. What do you reach for? That's right, your trusty flashlight. It's the light at the end of the tunnel, literally. Or let's say you're working on a project in a dark corner of the garage or under the sink. You need to see what you're doing, right? Enter the flashlight, turning dark and shadowy nooks into well-lit workspaces. Now here's a fun fact. Did you know that the flashlight got its name because the early models couldn't provide steady light and would flash on and off? So that's our number 9 tool, the flashlight, always ready to light up your day or night. Coming in at number 8 is the leveler. It's all about balance with this one. Now imagine you're building a tower of blocks. You want all the blocks to sit perfectly atop one another, right? If they're a smidge to the left or right, the whole tower can tumble down. That's where the leveler comes in handy. It's a tool that helps us ensure surfaces are perfectly horizontal or vertical. It's like the ultimate referee for straight lines. The leveler has a little bubble inside a tube of liquid. When the bubble is smack in the middle of the tube, you've hit the jackpot. Your surface is level. Whether you're hanging a picture on the wall or assembling a bookshelf, the leveler is your go-to tool for getting it just right. Remember, it's not just about looking straight, it's about being straight, and that's the leveler's job. So that's our number 8 tool, the leveler, keeping things balanced since forever. At number 7 we've got the hammer. It's not just for smashing things, you know. Let's chat about the hard-hitting hero of our toolbox, the hammer. This tool is a true classic. In fact, it's been around for thousands of years, making it one of humanity's oldest tools. But what's it for, you ask? Well, the hammer is best known for driving nails into surfaces. Whether it's hanging a picture or building a birdhouse, the hammer is your go-to tool. But that's not all. The hammer can also be used for breaking apart objects. Ever had a pesky nut that just won't crack? A gentle tap from a hammer will solve that problem in no time. And if you're ever in a bind and need to pry something open, the claw end of a hammer can come in very handy indeed. So that's our number 7 tool, the hammer, always ready to nail it. Next up, we've got the wrench. It's not your typical twist and shout. Now, the wrench is like the strong, silent type of the tool world. It doesn't make a lot of noise, but when it comes to tightening or loosening bolts and nuts, the wrench is the tool for the job. Just imagine, you're building a bicycle and there's this stubborn nut that won't budge. Who do you call? Not the Ghostbusters, no. You grab your trusty wrench. With its firm grip, you can easily turn that nut or bolt, making assembly a breeze. And here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that the wrench is also known as a spanner in some parts of the world? That's right. So the next time you hear someone asking for a spanner, you know they're talking about our good friend, the wrench. So that's our number 6 tool, the wrench. Always ready to give a good twist. At number 5, we've got the handsaw. Not for cutting birthday cakes, but just as useful. Now imagine you're a sculptor, but instead of clay or marble, your medium is wood. The handsaw is your best friend. It's designed to slice through wooden boards like a hot knife through butter. But remember, it's not a toy, and safety should always come first. Hand saws come in all shapes and sizes, each with a specific purpose. Some are made for cutting along the grain of the wood, while others are better for cutting across it. There's even a special kind of hand saw for cutting circles or intricate designs. How cool is that? But it's not just for wood. With the right type of blade, a hand saw can cut through plastic, metal, and even stone. It's like having your very own lightsaber, but for DIY projects. So that's our number 5 tool, the hand saw, always ready to make the cut. Coming in at number 4, we've got the pliers. It's not a bird, but it sure can grip. Now pliers are like the superheroes of the tool world. They can take on many forms, but their superpower is always the same. They grip like a pro. Whether you're wrestling with a stubborn nut or bolt, or you're trying to bend a piece of wire into shape, pliers are your go-to tool. But wait, there's more. Pliers aren't just about gripping and bending. Some types of pliers, like wire cutters or diagonal pliers, are also great for cutting wires. Imagine that, a tool that can grip, bend, and cut. It's like having 3 tools in one. Remember, every good superhero needs a sidekick, and in the world of tools, that sidekick is you. So handle your pliers with care, and they'll always be there to lend you a hand, or a grip. So that's our number 4 tool, the pliers, always ready to get a grip. At number 3, we've got the screwdrivers. And no, we're not talking about the drink. Screwdrivers are like the superheroes of the tool world. They're always ready to swoop in and save the day when you need to install a new shelf or assemble a piece of furniture. These guys are masters of turning. They come in different shapes and sizes, the most common being flathead and Phillips. Flathead screwdrivers work with screws that have a single slot across the top, while Phillips screwdrivers have a cross shape. Think of screwdrivers as your friendly DIY sidekick. They help you tighten loose screws or loosen tight ones. Whether you're putting up a photo frame, building a birdhouse, or simply fixing a wobbly chair, a screwdriver is your go-to tool. But remember, just like superheroes, screwdrivers need to be used responsibly. So, always keep them out of reach of younger siblings. So that's our number 3 tool, the screwdriver, always ready to turn things around. Almost at the top, at number 2, we've got the tape measure. It's more than just a long piece of tape. Now let's unravel the mystery of this peculiar tool. A tape measure, in its simplest form, is a flexible ruler. It's a handy little tool used to measure size or distance. Be it the length of your dining table, the width of your bedroom, or the height of your pet dinosaur, a tape measure is your go-to tool. It's like having a ruler that can stretch as long as you need it to. Fun fact, did you know that the longest tape measure in the world is over 600 feet long? That's longer than 2 football fields. But don't worry, you won't need one that long for your home projects. A standard 16-foot tape measure will do the trick. So that's our number 2 tool, the tape measure, always ready to measure up. And finally, at number 1, we've got the cordless drill. It's not just for making holes. This handy gadget is a true marvel. It's a superhero in the world of tools, saving the day one screw at a time. The cordless drill is a versatile tool that can be used for more than just drilling holes. With the right attachment, it can drive screws into wood, metal, or plastic. Imagine building a birdhouse, assembling a bookshelf, or even hanging a picture frame. All these tasks can be made easier with the help of a cordless drill. With its battery power, the cordless drill gives you the freedom to work anywhere, anytime, without being tied down to a power outlet. You could be at the top of a ladder, in the middle of a field, or even on a boat, and still have the power to drill or drive. And let's not forget the adjustable settings that allow you to control the speed and torque, making it a safe and efficient tool for any job. So that's our number 1 tool, the cordless drill, always ready to drill down to business. Now that we've covered our top 10 tools, it's time for a pop quiz. Let's see how much you remember. Question 1. Which tool is perfect for holding things together while you work? Is it A, the hammer, B, the clamps, or C, the flashlight? Moving on to question 2. Can you tell me which tool we use to make sure our projects are perfectly straight and level? Is it A, the leveler, B, the wrench, or C, the screwdriver? And finally, question 3. Which tool do we use when we need to drill holes without the hassle of a cord? Is it A, the tape measure, B, the handsaw, or C, the cordless drill? Take a moment, think about it, and when you're ready, check the video description for the correct answers. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us on this tool-tastic adventure. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning. Before we wrap up today's tool-tastic adventure, here's an important safety tip. Remember, tools are not toys. They can be dangerous if not handled with care. Always make sure you have an adult present when you're using tools, especially if you're just starting out. Safety first, fun second. We want you to enjoy your DIY projects, but we also want you to stay safe. So, always remember to play it safe when using tools. Until next time, tool adventurers, stay curious, keep learning, and above all, stay safe.